McNamara. Today's matchup is as close as you can get on paper. These teams are very evenly matched. In a matchup this close, the home crowd might be enough to push the balance away from the visiting team. We'll know the answer soon enough. He sends it off. He'll field the kickoff. He eludes the first defender. He's put to the turf. St. Louis getting set to start off this drive.
Strike.
Perez pulls the trigger, and Tucker's got it. Brings it down. That will bring up second down. Second down for the offense.
Strike.
Tucker takes the handoff. And he's tackled. Gain of 5 on the play. Third play of the drive.
Go.
Perez back to pass. The tackle is made. A huge pickup there by the offense. Fourth play of the drive. Motion left. Perez back to pass. Tosses it off to the right side of the field. Morales on the reception. And the tackle is made. A huge gain by the offense. First down and 10 to go.
Hike.
Perez back to pass. He makes the throw over to touchdown, St. Louis. The offense sets up for the point after. There's the kick. And the extra point is good. And the first score of the game goes to St. Louis. Let's see what they do next. The kicking team set up to boot it away. He catches the kickoff. And down he goes. Let's see what the offense has dialed up for the first play of this drive.
Strike.
Rodgers lets it rip. And the pass misses the mark. Incomplete. The offense sets up in shotgun.
Hike.
Rodgers tosses it up. It's pulled in by Cobb. And he will be taken down. Tackle made by Clark. Gain of 15. First and 10 for the offense. Drops back to pass. Incomplete pass. Second and 10.
Strike.
Throws a rainbow. It's pulled in by Cobb. Tackle made by Bass. Good enough for a first down. First and 10. Rodgers drops back into the pocket. Tipped away and incomplete. Second and 10. Dropping back. Rodgers lets it rip. And they can't connect. Incomplete pass. Third and 10 for the offense. Rodgers steps back to throw. It's complete to Cobb. Tackle made up by the 30-yard line. Gain of 11. The defense sets up in a nickel set.
Strike.
Rodgers tosses it up. It's pulled in by Cobb. Brought down by Harrington. Gain of 14 on the play. First down and 10 to go. Rodgers steps back to throw. It's complete. And he crosses the goal line for a touchdown. They're electing to go for 2 here. Rodgers drops back into the pocket. Pulls it in. And they're unable to convert the 2-point try. That score will close the gap a bit. The offense lines up to kick it off. Push on the kick. He fields the kickoff. And he's brought down after taking the kick up near the 20-yard line. A fresh set of downs for St. Louis.
Said hike.
Perez back to pass. He makes the throw up near the 45. Price on the reception. Black wraps him up for the tackle. They covered a lot of ground on that play. 1st and 10.
Said hike.
He sets up and throws. Price on the reception. He steps in for 6. They'll opt for the single point attempt here.
Said hike.
The kick is up. And the extra point is good. That score extends St. Louis's lead a bit more. The offense lines up to kick it off. The kick's away. He fields the kickoff. And down he goes. That will wrap things up for the first quarter. St. Louis on top for now with a small lead. The offense looks to get things going here on 1st down.
Go.
Tosses the ball. And he misses the target. 2nd and 10. Dropping back. Snagged out of the air. Tackle made by Ortiz. That will keep the chains moving. 1st and 10.
Hike.
Rodgers steps back to throw. It's complete to Cobb. He shakes off the tackler. And the tackle will be made by Armstrong. A nice pickup there by the offense. 1st and 10 for the offense.
Hike.
He tosses a floater, and the pass falls to the ground. 2nd and 10.
Go.
Rodgers lets it rip. It's pulled in by Cobb. Brought down by Harrington. Gain of 11. A 2-back set for the offense.
Go.
He steps back to pass. Incomplete. 2nd down and 10 to go. Rodgers drops back into the pocket. The pass is incomplete. 3rd and 10 for the offense.
Said hike.
Rodgers drops back into the pocket. There's a flag on the play. Harrington with the tackle. Let's see how the penalty affects that play. I think the offense is going to get called for a hold here. They'll accept the penalty. 3rd down for the offense.
Said hike.
Steps back to pass. Rodgers lets it rip. And they can't connect. Incomplete pass. It looks like there was an injury on that last play. We'll have to see if he returns.
Go.
4th down. He's got a target near the 25. It's caught. He's going to be brought down up near the 25. Gain of 11. And they're unable to convert on 4th down. St. Louis getting set to start off this drive. A flag on the play. It looks like the offense jumped a bit early there. They'll accept the penalty. 2nd play of the drive. Penalty marker on the field. That's going to be encroachment. The ref caught him. They'll accept the penalty. 1st down and 10 to go. Perez back to pass. He lets one go deep down the field. 2 hands on that one. St. Louis breaks the plane. Touchdown. They'll opt for the single point attempt here.
Go.
The kick is up. And the extra point is good. That score extends St. Louis's lead a bit more. Lining up for the kickoff. He kicks it away. He catches the kickoff. And he is down. The offense looks to get things going here on 1st down.
Said hike.
Ball given to Cobb. Wrapped up and brought down. Bass with the tackle. Gain of 19. 1st down and 10 to go.
Hike!
Ball given to Cobb. And he's all wrapped up. Tackle made by Bell. That will be a loss of 2. St. Louis calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining. The defense sets up in a nickel set.
Go!
Rogers tosses it up. It's caught. And he's stopped around the 40-yard line. Gain of 12 on the play. Timeout St. Louis. They'll have just 1 remaining. 3rd and short for the offense. And the pass falls to the ground. The offense lines up on 4th and short for the conversion.
Go!
Rogers hands it off. Wrapped up and brought down. Bass with the tackle. That's good for 10 yards. First and 10. He gives it to the runner on the right side. And he will be taken down. Tackle made by Bell. Gain of 1 on the play. 2nd down. Rogers drops back into the pocket. It's pulled in by Cobb. The ball comes out. And down he goes. St. Louis getting set to start off this drive. Perez back to pass. He pulls it in. McDowell makes the tackle. A huge pickup there by the offense. First down and 10 to go.
Sit hut.
Rush from the defense. Morales on the reception. And he's tackled. Timeout St. Louis. That will be their last timeout. Gain of 14 on the play. A fresh set of downs for St. Louis.
Hike!
Perez back to pass. It is complete to Francois. And the tackle will be made by Black. Gain of 8 on the play. The offense will operate from the gun. He makes the throw over to the left side of the field. Pulls it in. Defense brings him down. Tackle by Schneider. That's good for a gain of 4. First and 10 for the offense.
Sit hut.
Perez pulls the trigger. The pass connects. Tackle made up by the 30-yard line. Gain of 12 on the play. The field goal unit makes its way up to the line.
Sit hike.
The kick is up. And it barely squeezes in there. That score extends St. Louis's lead a bit more. Here comes the kicking team. He boots it away. He catches the kickoff. Touchdown! The offense lines up to go for 2.
Hut hut.
Ball given to Cobb. And they're able to convert the 2-point attempt. That brings us to the end of the second quarter. St. Louis on top for now with a small lead. He sends it off. He'll field the kickoff. And he's brought to the turf. Let's see what the offense has dialed up for the first play of this drive.
Go!
Hands it off. Wrapped him up. Armstrong with the tackle. That's good for 10 yards. A nickel set for the defense. Rogers drops back into the pocket. He'll be brought down up near the 50. Gain of 12 on the play. Looks like we've got an injured player down on the field. First and 10 for the offense. Pulls it down. Tackle made up by the 30-yard line. Gain of 20 on the play. The offense sets up in shotgun. Rogers steps back to throw. And it's knocked away from the receiver. Incomplete. 4 linemen and 3 linebackers for the defense. Rogers steps back to throw. Tosses it over the middle of the field. It's complete to Blackwell. Tackle made by Bass. Gain of 15. First down and 10 to go.
Go!
Dropping back. Lobs one into the air. Pass complete. Bowers with the tackle. That will be good enough to move the chains. First and goal.
Go!
Rodgers hands it off. He steps in for 6. There looks to be a player injured down on the field. He's being helped onto the sideline. A 2-point conversion attempt for the offense.
Strike.
The runner takes the inside handoff, and they're able to make good on the 2-point try. That score will close the gap a bit. The kicking team set up to boot it away. Push on the kick. The kickoff is fielded. Slides off the defender, and he's tackled here. St. Louis getting set to start off this drive. Lorenz back to pass. He throws it short to the center of the field. Pulls in the short throw. He's not going any further. That gets us to second down. 2nd and 10 for the offense.
Go!
Perez hands it off. He's going to be brought down up near the 25. They'll lose a couple yards there. The offense comes in on 3rd down. There's a penalty flag on the field. The pass is incomplete. We'll see if the penalty affects the outcome. Looks like the defense was offside, and they'll take the penalty. The offense will operate from under center.
Strike.
Perez hands it off, and he's tackled up near the line of scrimmage. Gain of 1 on the play. The offense lines up to punt.
Strike.
The punt's away. Let's see what the offense has dialed up for the first play of this drive. Makes the throw to the middle of the field, and it's knocked away by the defense. 2nd and 10. Rodgers steps back to throw, looking short for a target, completes the short throw. Bowers with the tackle. Gain of 3 on the play. The defense breaks the huddle with 5 defensive backs. Drops back to pass. He tosses a floater, connects on the short pass here, and he'll be pulled down immediately. That will bring up 4th down. The offense comes in on 4th down. Rodgers drops back into the pocket. Connects on the short pass here. And the tackle will be made by Coleman. That will be good for about 6. 1st down and 10 to go. Rodgers hands it off. Bowers with the tackle. That will be good for about 6. 2nd down for the offense. The 3rd quarter comes to an end. St. Louis on top for now with a small lead. Rodgers drops back into the pocket. Complete. And he's immediately brought down. That will keep the chains moving. 1st and 10 for the offense. Rodgers tosses it up, and the pass is incomplete. 8th play of the drive.
Go!
He tosses a floater, and they can't connect. Incomplete pass. The defense has done well stopping the offense from converting on 3rd down so far today. Let's see what they do here. It's pulled in by Cobb. Harrington with the tackle. Gain of 13. 10th play of the drive. Rodgers drops back into the pocket. He grabs it out of the air. Harrington with the tackle. Gain of 19. 1st and 10. Rodgers drops back into the pocket. And he misses his target. 2nd down and 10 to go. Finds a receiver in the middle of the field. Complete. Wrapped up and brought down. Bass with the tackle. That'll be good for a 1st down. 1st and 10. Steps into the pocket. He makes the throw into the end, and it's caught for the score. Touchdown! They're electing to go for two here. Rodgers steps back to throw. And they can't convert, missing out on the extra 2 points. That score puts them ahead for now. Here comes the kicking team. The kick is off. The kickoff is fielded. The defender can't bring him down. He'll return the kick up near the 30. 1st and 10 for the offense. Perez back to pass. He's got a receiver deep on the left side of the field. Price on the reception. McDowell wrestles him to the ground. They covered a lot of ground on that play. 2nd play of the drive.
Sit hut.
Perez hands it off. He's going to be brought down up near the 25. That will be good for about 6. 2nd down. 13 yards to go. Perez back to pass. He makes the throw over to the right side. And the pass falls to the ground. 3rd down. 13 yards to go. Perez back to pass. He's got it. And the runner is wrestled to the ground. Tackle made by Morris. That'll go for 9 yards. 1st and 10 for the offense.
Go!
Hand off to Tucker. Ripped to the ground. Gain of 7 on the play. 2nd down. 3 yards to go.
Sit hut.
Hand off to Tucker. And the tackle will be made by Black. That will be good for about 6. The offense lines up on 1st and goal.
Sit hut.
Perez hands it off. And the runner is wrestled to the ground. Tackle made by Morris. That will be a loss of 2. 2nd and goal. The handoff is made. And he'll be brought down up near the 5-yard line. That will bring up 3rd down. St. Louis sets up on 3rd down. Walking back. Perez lets it rip. Pulls it in. And he'll be pulled down immediately. That'll go for about 3 yards. 4th and goal. The coach wants a touchdown here. He finds a target. He snags it out of the air. Touchdown. We'll see if the penalty affects the outcome. I think the offense is going to get called for a hold here. They'll accept the penalty. St. Louis makes their way up to the line. Steps into the pocket. And the pass falls to the ground. They'll come up short on 4th down, and the defense will take over. 1st down and 10 to go. Rodgers steps back to throw. And it's picked off by the defense. And he is tackled. Let's see what the offense has dialed up for the first play of this drive. Perez back to pass. And the pass is incomplete. 2nd and 10. Perez back to pass. And Richardson with the reception. And he's hit right away and taken down. That's good for about 7 yards. 3rd down coming up for St. Louis. The pass is incomplete. The offense lines up on 4th and short for the conversion. Steps into the pocket. He pulls it in, and the tackle will be made by Banks. There's a penalty flag on the field. We'll see if the penalty affects the outcome. It looks like they're going to call a face mask on that play, and they'll take the penalty. 1st and goal. He makes the throw to the middle of the end zone, and the receiver just can't bring it in. He throws it, and he crosses the goal line for a touchdown. They'll opt for the single-point attempt here.
Sit hut.
It's up. And the extra point is good. St. Louis takes the lead after that score. Lining up for the kickoff. The kick's away. He'll field the kickoff. He's put to the turf. Let's see what the offense has dialed up for the first play of this drive. Flings one. And the pass is incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Sit hut.
Rodgers lets it rip. It's pulled in by Cobb. And the tackle will be made by Coleman. That'll be good for a first down. The offense calls a timeout. That will be their first. First down and 10 to go. Rodgers tosses it up. It's pulled in by Cobb. And he's stopped around the 40-yard line. They covered a lot of ground on that play. And the offense calls timeout. They will have one remaining timeout. First down and 10 to go. And it's knocked away from the receiver. Incomplete. 2nd and 10. Rodgers drops back into the pocket. It's pulled in by Cobb. He's going to be brought down up near the 25. That will do it for us today. For our team here at Axis Football, I'm Andy McNamara. We'll see you soon.